I have over 15 credit cards, but I really only use 3 cards for 90% of my spending. That's right, we're talking about a credit card trifecta, the 3 cards that I believe can get you pretty far by themselves. Now there's a lot of credit cards out there, and I believe it's beneficial for a newcomer and for most people in general to really focus your spending on a core set of cards or a core set of flexible points currencies to really get the most out of your points. And these are the cards that I believe are worthwhile. However, depending on your travel habits and your dreams, you'll likely find yourself applying to a lot more credit cards than these. Now the format, if you haven't seen one of these trifecta videos, is I'm going to first highlight each of the cards, their benefits and multipliers. I'll give you the strategy as a whole, and then I'll give you some honorable mentions, that is some cards that you're able to either add on to the trifecta or replace the cards within it. The highlight of this triad is that it's relatively low cost, it covers many of the essential needs of a travel hacker, and it covers the highlights of the luxury travel lifestyle that we all secretly want. So let's get into it. The first card is none other than the beloved Chase Sapphire Preferred. With this card, you earn 3x on dining, select streaming, and online groceries. You get 5x on Lyft rides through 2025. You earn 2x on all travel purchases, but you earn 5x on travel booked through the Chase Travel Portal. This includes rental cars, hotels, and flights booked through the portal. I personally enjoyed the 3x online grocery category with the Chase Sapphire Preferred because I am 100% a curbside pickup kind of guy. You'll never see me set foot in HEB. And it covers meal delivery orders as well. I personally like to use these via the shopping portal where I can earn a few thousand points to sign up for these, get that 3x multiplier thrown in there as well, and then I can cancel these whenever I no longer need it. Additionally, the 2x multiplier on travel expenses is very broad. It can be used for a parking meter or any travel expense that you can think of really, and so that's a nice perk to use, as well as the select streaming. It covers all your different streaming accounts, gets you a few hundred points here and there. This is a must-have for most wallets because of their award partners, and now we're talking specifically Hyatt, where you can book a hotel room for as little as 3,500 points off peak. They have a decent set of airline award partners as well, but I like to save all my Chase points for Hyatt stays when I can because lodging tends to be my largest travel expense. Another benefit of the Chase Rewards program is that they're extremely easy to use. If you decide not to use their transfer partners, you can easily redeem these points for travel by booking through Chase's travel portal. This comes with its own hiccups and worries to think about. However, it's an option out there if you're still getting your feet wet in the game. And you also have a decent cashback option where you can get an easy 1 cent per point as well. Some extra benefits of the Chase Sapphire Preferred include it comes with some premium travel protections whenever you use the card, even for taxes and fees on award flights. It also comes with a $50 credit whenever you book a hotel stay on the travel portal. This somewhat helps to offset the annual fee of $95 that comes with this card, but to be honest with you, it's kind of easy to forget to use this benefit whenever you're booking all your hotels with points. And so this card does come with a sign-up bonus of 60,000 points at least. We've seen it as high as 80,000, even 100,000 points whenever you spend $4,000 in a 3-month span. The next card is a Chase Freedom Flex. I use this card to supercharge my Chase point earnings. It has a couple of overlapping multipliers such as the 3x on dining, but it does come with 3x in drugstores, and the shining spot is its 5x on rotating categories. So Chase selects a few merchants every quarter where you're able to earn 5x points on those purchases. These include categories like gym memberships, PayPal, wholesale clubs. In fact, here's a screenshot of some of the previous categories so you can kind of get a gist as far as what we're talking about here. And I will say this card is advertised as a cash back card, but you're able to transfer the cash back that you earned over to the Chase Sapphire Preferred and use those as Chase Ultimate rewards. Now this card has no annual fee and is worth mentioning its featured sign up bonus currently gives you $200 in cash back, 20,000 Chase points, and it also gives you 5x on groceries and gas for a full year up to $12,000. So that's over 60,000 Chase points if you max that out. And like I said, this is a temporary sign up bonus, but I will say I've seen this last year, and so I am curious if this might be an annual thing. So hop on it if you can, but if you're not able to make it in time, then it's up to you whether you want to wait to get this card. There's a lot of opportunity cost to consider there, but the bonus categories with grocery and gas is a pretty good feature if you can get it. A highlighted benefit of this no annual fee card is that it comes with cell phone protection whenever you use this card to pay for your phone bill. However, it does share this benefit with the final card in our trifecta, which is, I'm sorry here, if you you are liking this video so far, go ahead and hit that like button. And if you're enjoying this content and you want to learn how to use these credit cards to travel anywhere in the world despite the cost, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and come learn along with us. Thank you for tuning in. Here's some more. The Capital One Venture X is our third card in the trifecta. It'll serve as our catch-all card since it earns 2x on all categories, but it does earn 5x on flights booked through the hotel portal with Capital One, and then 10x on hotels booked through the portal. The card also gives you a $300 credit to use towards that same travel portal. Plus, on your card anniversary, you'll get 10,000 points deposited into your account every year, which is worth at least $100 towards travel expenses. This more than makes up the $395 annual fee that this card comes with, and that's not even considering the sign-up bonus of 75,000 points after you spend $4,000 within 3 months of being approved for the card. Now, there is a featured sign-up bonus of 90,000 points via referral link, but I don't know if that offer will still be available at the time of publishing of this video, but I do talk about it in the video linked up here above if you want to check that out. Now, the Capital One Venture X will give you some of the luxury travel benefits such as lounge access at Capital One lounges, Plaza Premium lounges, and Priority Pass lounges, which is the largest lounge network in the world. And it will give you President Circle status with Hertz, which will allow you to get free car rental upgrades on your standard car rental, and you're able to top tier status at other car rental programs. For that, I recommend you check out statusmatcher.com for more information. I'll link that in the description below. And with this card, it's a Visa Infinite, so it offers a bunch of other protections such as travel insurance and cell phone protection that's also offered with the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Freedom Flex respectively. The Capital One Venture X is a premium card within the Capital One family, so you get access to their transfer partners. Now, I feel like these have been undervalued by a lot of people in the game. They offer a lot of the same popular airline programs with Chase, such as British Airways, Virgin Atlantic, Air Canada, Flying Blue. And these programs, you're able to pull those points with Chase, which is a nice thing to have. And you're able to get some cheap domestic flights, as well as some good international deals as well. They also have some of their own premium airline travel partners, such as Avianca Airlines and Turkish Airlines, which offer their own unique deals, especially when redeeming flights within the Star Alliance. Although it doesn't have Hyatt as a hotel partner, they notably do have Choice and Wyndham as hotel partners. And I feel like Wyndham is also another one of those undervalued programs. For just 15,000 points, which is about the same as a decently priced Hyatt hotel, you're able to book vacation rentals via Vacasa with Wyndham points. And so this could be extremely helpful whenever you are going to a place that may not have a lot of hotel access, such as various national parks within the US. So this kind of bleeds into the strategy here. But real quick, go ahead and comment down below. Let me know, what do you think of this trifecta and what are your core set of cards that you use on most of your expenses? And so the strategy here is by focusing on Chase and Capital One points, I can try to use all my Chase points on Hyatt hotels like I said, and I try to use my Capital One points for flights. And so I've used transfer partners such as British Airways to book American Airline flights domestically. I've used KLM Flying Blue program and Avianca Life Miles to book flights back and forth from Europe. And you're also able to use Virgin Atlantic to fly Delta flights domestically as well. And if I don't have enough Capital One points, then I'm able to also pull for Chase points on some of those award partners like that. I also have the option to use my Capital One points to book Vacasa vacation rentals by transferring to Wyndham, which I've done in the past for a 5-night stay in Kauai, which was amazing, and I plan on using this again whenever we go to Glacier National Park. So the pros of this trifecta for me is its range and usefulness of transfer partners for travel. It's relatively low cost and annual fees whenever you consider some of the benefits these cards offer. And if you're able to get that sign-up bonus with the Chase Freedom Flex for grocery and gas, you'll get a wide range of spending category multipliers. Now the cons, of course, are that you may not be able to get all these categories covered with these cards, and there are some overlap between the Chase Sapphire Preferred and the Chase Freedom Flex, and there are some other cards out there that may offer bigger multipliers on some of these spending categories. Additionally, some people may prefer different premium cards for, let's say, American Express Centurion Lounge access, for example. People may prefer the American Express Platinum instead of the Venture X. So those are the 3 cards that I spend 90% of my expenses on currently for the bonus points that I plan to use in the near future. But let's move on to some of the honorable mentions that you're able to use either in addition to or to replace some of these cards we just talked about. The first card is the Bilt MasterCard. It has no annual fees and has multipliers on spending categories very similar to the Chase Sapphire Preferred. But the winning point with this card is that you also get points whenever you use this card to pay for rent. And you're able to do that with this card without the transaction fees that you'll normally see with credit cards. You also get a bonus multiplier whenever you use this card on rent day, which is the first of the month. You get an extra, essentially 2 times the regular multipliers of this card. So you get 6x on dining on the first of every month. They have Hyatt and American Airlines, as well as a lot of the other common airline transfer partners, which make these points very valuable. And so this card can theoretically be used to replace the Chase card setup above, but it's not a perfect fit as it doesn't offer a way to earn a lot of Bilt points fast, and there's no sign-up bonuses with this card. Before I forget, make sure to check out the link in the bottom because I have a free download for you that talks about all the transfer partners between a lot of the major banks, including Bilt, so it'll make it easier to kind of compare these different systems and which one makes a good fit for you. If you wanted a heavier focus on Capital One miles or more multipliers, I recommend you look into the Savor 1 card with Capital One. It has no annual fee and it will give you 3x on dining, groceries, select streaming, and entertainment purchases. Like the Freedom Flex, it's advertised as a cash back card, but when combined with the Venture or the Venture X card, you're able to use these cash back or points as Capital One miles and use their transfer partners. And if you wanted to, there is a $95 annual fee version of this card, the Capital One Savor. That'll give you a 1x back on all the categories mentioned above except groceries. And if you want to forego the Capital One program altogether, you could pursue the traditional Chase Trifecta, which the last card would be the Chase Freedom Unlimited. This has a lot of commonalities with the Freedom Flex, but you get 1.5x back on all expenses, making it a formidable catch-all card if you value Hyatt points like I do. So these are just the cards that fit into the scheme I drew up above. However, there are plenty of hotel cards, business cards, Chase business cards, and many opportunities that we will talk about in time that you're able to pursue. In the meantime, check out how to use these points by choosing your adventure. Do you want to go to Hawaii or do you want to go to Italy? See you in the next one.